Hey, what's up, YouTube? I was playing Fortnite earlier, and I was talking to this young guy, and basically he's wanting to know how to make some money, at a young age, and be able to, make a lot more money than minimum wage, when he doesn't really have very many skill sets. And that's really a really good question. I mean, if you think about it, the public schooling system doesn't really teach you about this kind of stuff, and my inclination is the reason why they don't do it is because they don't want you to know it. They would rather you learn how to make some money by the hour and go make minimum wage and turn an economical wheel instead of, making good money for yourself. Now, with that being said, that's kind of a biased opinion, so we don't want to go too far into that can of worms. But let's talk about, what is really at hand, and that's making good money while you're a young person. So for me, the first time I started making good money was when I was willing to invest in some tools and some assets. And so the first kind of things that I bought when I was, starting was I think the first one, actually, tell you the truth, I bought was probably like a lawnmower or something like that, maybe a hedge trimmer. But, anyways, I want to use the hedge trimmer as the example because hedge trimming is actually a pretty expensive skill and it's a pretty easy skill to learn. So, what you do is you get yourself an asset. An asset is something that you make one initial investment, and from there on out, it's going to make you money. Now, some assets are better than others, considering that some assets you literally can just put the money in. Once you put the money in, then you just make money. Money comes out, meaning that you only have to put in money one time, and then you don't have to put any physical effort or anything like that. You just get money from investing. Now, there's another type of asset where it's like, a tool, to where you buy the tool and then you have the tool for so long and it continues to make you money every time you use it. However, if you have to use the tool to make money, then it's not considered a full asset because you're using the tool to make money. In order for that tool to really be a money, you have to, sorry, in order for that tool to really be an asset, you have to actually have a person using that tool. Now you have a person that you're paying and you have a tool that's an asset and they're both making you money. So, anyways, but let's go back to, making money for yourself because we're not talking about when you get older and you start having people work for you and making you money with your assets. We're talking about you just having your own right now so that you can make money. Now, get yourself a hedge trimmer. Learn how to use your hedge trimmer. You're going to need to learn how to gas it up. You're going to have to learn how to sharpen it. You're going to have to learn how to maintenance it, take care of it when you're done with it. And you're going to have to learn how to, fiddle with it, like maybe change a spark plug or something like that in case, it breaks down or something like that. If you learn how to do all that stuff, now you got that all out of the way. Now, all you got to do is go put up yourself a Craigslist ad. It'll cost you $5. So you'll need some sort of an account, a credit card or something like that. Start yourself a little Craigslist account. Boom. Now you got $5 ad up, and you do that in the. It's called not in the handyman service, but it's called labor. You can put it in the labor ads, and so once you have that little labor ad up, you can do all. You can offer other services, but you just do one at a time. People that make good money usually specialize in something. If you look at Burger King versus In N Out, the reason why In N Out always has a line out to the street and Burger King only has a small line is because Burger King has all this extra stuff on the menu. But In N Out, they stick to a couple things on the menu. They got burgers, shakes, sodas, fries. Bam, that's it. And so a whole bunch of customers are coming in there because it's a specialty product. So if you just stick to just hedge trimming exclusively, then all you're going to be getting is hedge trimming clients. Now, you can charge anywhere from probably $35 to $55 for hedge trimming. I mean, if you're doing ornamental hedge trimming and you get really good to where you're like making fancy little sculptures and stuff, you could probably charge like $80 an hour or charge, a couple $100 a piece. I mean, that stuff gets ridiculously expensive. But let's just talk about the basics, just normal box and round hedge trimming. You could charge about, I'd say it's probably between 55 and $35 nation wide throughout the United States, from the East Coast all the way to the West. But anyways, so you got your $5 Craigslist ad, You got your hedge trimmer. You got some clients calling you. You show up. You either bid the job, you tell them you'll do it for a certain amount of money for all of it, or you charge by the hour. And then the next thing you know, you're like, hey, that takes me 4 hours to do. So at $35 an hour, that's $140 an hour. Why don't I just tell this customer that I'll charge them at $180 to do it all? And I almost guarantee you that the customer will say yes, even if you ask for a little bit more, because now they have a set price no matter what. They like set price more than hourly, unless they know that you're going to do it, in a short amount of time. Then they'll pay you by the hour. But then they want to see you hustle, and they're not paying you really to hustle. And that's not what you should be getting paid for. Really, what you should be getting paid for is to do it right, do a thorough job, and get it done, to specifications. Now, if you're able to do that in a short amount of time, like let's say that at first when you start, it takes you 4 hours to do these hedges, but now that what you're doing, you could do the hedges in 2 hours. So you don't charge less money, you charge the same amount of money, but you just do it in 2 hours. So now you could still make, that $180 in 2 hours instead of 4 hours. So anyways, I mean, you can apply this to anything. I've bought a truck offline, and I paid about maybe $700, $800 for the truck. It was a 1500 Suburban is what it was. It was a 1500 Suburban, and the thing about the truck is that I knew that I was going to sell it and make money with it, but instead I wanted to make more money with it. And how I was able to do that was I used it for a couple jobs. I took it to do a power washing job. So what was kind of cool is I literally, bought the truck for $700. Then I went and did a couple jobs. I think I did one gutter cleaning pressure washing job for $375, and then I think I might have did like another yard job for like $150 or something like that. So I've already used the truck to go work, and now I have the truck online and I'm selling it. So I bought the truck for $700. Then I ended up selling the truck for $2,500. Not to mention that I used the truck for a couple jobs. And when I used that truck for a couple jobs, I didn't have to use my other normal work truck. So I didn't have any wear and tear on my other truck. It was just the one there, which is not much wear and tear. But if you think about it, now the buy, sell, and trade item that you're actually buying to make a little bit of side money, your side hustle, you're using it to keep your current hustle intact as well. So it's adding value to your asset, which is your business. But anyways, this is some stuff that you might want to think about, when you're young. I don't want to go too far into it unless anybody asks some questions, which I'm sure some people will. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day.